Hi, you guys. My name is Andres, and I'm here today to present my speech to my procedural speech. So today I'm going to be talking. Well, let me start my introduction. In the 1950s, a man came from the depths of the water. He proclaimed that he had saw the deep trenches, he saw the wildlife, the plants that were underneath, and the seabed. Who is this man? Well, I made him up. So this man doesn't exist, but there are countless other people that have but there are countless people who have seen oceans and lakes and who have experiences with it. From presidents to scientists to actors to you guys. I'm sure everybody has similar thoughts when thinking of the underwater life. You guys think of the deep blue. You guys think of plants. You guys think of green kelp. And I imagine some of you guys think about the breathing apparatus that people use to go underwater. This is the scuba gear. So what is scuba? Scuba is a self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. And what this basically is when you see a person with a regulator in their mouth, you see a person with a tank on their back, then that's scuba gear. So today I wanted to inform you all on the proper procedure on how to enter a lake properly with scuba gear. So to begin, you're going to need some stuff before you get in. And the first thing you're going to need is the breathing apparatus. These have a few ports that you're going to need to keep in mind that you should always have. Your primary regulator, this is what you're going to be using to breathe with. You're going to have a secondary regulator. This is for your buddy and for yourself in case your primary regulator gets damaged or torn off or anything that could happen underwater. You're going to need inflator hose inlets, and this is what you're going to be putting into your jackets. So you can inflate and deflate your jackets. And then you're going to need your gauges. This is going to be your compass. This is going to be your air pressure monitor. And this basically helps you gauge what's going on with yourself while you're underwater. Secondly, you're going to need this is more optional, but a dry suit or a wetsuit is preferred. This is a material this is a suit with a material that's about 3 millimeters thick. A dry suit is pretty helpful because when the lake is 50 degrees Fahrenheit, you don't want to just jump in. You're going to get cold, you're going to get sick, you're going to lose heat real fast. So a dry suit helps keep the heat inside of you and helps you stay underwater longer. You're going to need a BCD jacket. This is something that you're going to put on, and it inflates and deflates with a button on the side of it. This helps you maintain your buoyancy. It helps you stay at a certain position in the water, so that way you're not just sinking and working to kick in order to stay afloat. Then you're going to need weights. These are things that you're going to put in your jacket at about stomach height. These help maintain your core. These help maintain your core weight so that it's right at the middle of your body, and so that if you're top heavy or you're bottom heavy, you're not going to be swinging around wildly. Then you're going to need an air tank. You need it to be about 2,000 to 3,000 pascals per square inch, or PSI. This is important because 2,000 to 3,000 is about what you'll use in your typical 1 to 4 hour scuba dive, depending on the person and how much they breathe. You're going to need your flippers. These are the shoes that you put on. They help you move around. And then you're going to need goggles and a snorkel. And the goggles help you see. The snorkel helps you in above water situations. Then finally, you're going to need swim apparel. Please bring swim shorts. Please bring clothing. My instructor last month said that people showed up without shorts. Please don't do that. And then finally, you're going to need a buddy. You need somebody to help you check your equipment, somebody to help you underwater when you can't help yourself. So then next, you're going to need to put on the equipment. And so I don't have a video, but I do have an air demonstration, and I'll get you guys the gist of it. So first, you guys are going to take your tank. And then you guys are gonna check the pressure with an air tank pressure tool. You essentially just put it in, and then you just check to make sure that it's at 2,000 and 3,000 PSI. Then you're gonna prime, once you've checked the air tank pressure, you're gonna prime the tank. So you're gonna open and then close it real quick, and that just ensures that the airflow is working properly for your tank. Then you're gonna get your jacket weights ready. These are essentially sleeves that in your sleeves you're gonna have a bag in your in your BCD jackets, and these are the weights that you use to maintain your equilibrium. You're gonna open your sleeve. You're gonna put the heavy metal weight in. You're gonna put it off to the side, and you're gonna save it for later. Then you're gonna get your apparatus, and you're gonna attach it both to your tank, and then you're gonna attach it to your jacket. And then that's essentially what's getting the air from your tank to your jacket. And when you attach the apparatus, it also gets the air to the pressure gauge, and it gets it to the regulators as well. Then you're gonna turn on your tank. And when you turn on your tank, it's very important that you hold your gauges to the side of you, because when you turn on your tank, there's a chance that the pressure could come out too strong, and you could blow out the glass in your gauges. So you always hold it to the side of you. You never point it at yourself, never at a person. That wouldn't be very fun. And then you're gonna put the tank in your jacket. So essentially what you're gonna do, apologies, I couldn't bring actual equipment in, so dealing with what we got. And could you stand up real quick? Thank you. So you're gonna put your tank in your jacket, then you're gonna put the straps on, you're gonna tighten them, and you're gonna shake it around. You're gonna grab your jacket, and you're gonna shake it around, and you're gonna make sure that the tank doesn't come out, because you don't want that thing slipping out when you're underwater. Then you're gonna put your regulators in your jacket. As the breathing apparatus I showed you guys earlier, it has a bunch of things that are coming out. Your breathing apparatuses, your breathing regulators, you're gonna put them into your jacket, in the sleeves in it. And then you're gonna have your buddy carry your jacket and your tank, because it's gonna be very heavy. You don't want to put it on yourself. You might slip, you might fall. It's very dangerous. Then while your buddy's holding it, you're going to put your left arm in, and then you're going to put your right arm. And the way that you put it in is very important, because you're going to have essentially you're going to have your gauges hanging off to your left, and you don't want to have it get wrapped around your arm when you're putting it on second. So your left arm goes in first, your right arm goes in second. Then your buddy's going to slowly let go of the BCD jacket in the tank. And then basically, just because you don't want him to just suddenly let go, because then you're just going to swing backwards. That's not going to be fun. Then you're going to put your jacket weights back into your BCD, and then you're going to test your buddy's mechanisms. So basically, at this point, you would have already helped him put on the BCD jacket in the tank, and then you're just going to check his gauges. You're going to check his regulators. You're going to check that his tank is open all the way to finger tightness, and then you're just going to check all that stuff, just because you want his equipment to work as while you're underwater, because his safety is your safety. He's going to be helping you out, and then you're going to put on your flippers, and there is a certain procedure to do this. You have to hold. You can't just lean down and put on your flippers, right? Because you're very top heavy right now. You got the tank on, so there's a certain procedure for it. You put your right hand on your buddy's right shoulder, and then they put their right hand on your right shoulder. There you go. So then what you're going to do is one person's going to stand still, the other person is going to lift their left leg, and with their left leg, they're going to use their left hand to put on the flipper. And then they're going to put their feet down. And then the other person's going to do the same. And then you put your feet down. And then you switch sides, left hand on left shoulder. And then you're going to put your right hand, use it to put on your right flipper. And then And then, yeah, that's how you put on your, that's the equipment that you're gonna use, and that's how you put it on. Snorkeling's a very cool experience. It's not expensive. It's not as hard as people lead you to, it's not as hard as people believe it is to do. Better than my presentation at the rate. But yeah, it's an experience, and I think it's something that is just incredible to do. It's incredible to just go underwater and breathe, and I think everybody should do it. And yeah.